Hello my Canasta friends, welcome to Canasta Class Clinic. In this video we'll be going over tips, strategies, and basics all about canasta and playing on real canasta. Our topic in this video is about 7 mistakes most commonly made by beginners or even seasoned players they forget sometimes. Please put any questions you have in the comments below, or anything you would like me to talk about a topic, post in the comments below, or you can email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com. During play on Real Canasta, let me know what you would have done different or any suggestions you have for me to help me become a better player. Let's get on with our topic and learn and grow together as canasta players. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell when you subscribe. There are many videos on how to play and past live videos on Canasta Class. So head on over there if you need more detailed instruction or tips and strategies on a topic. And don't forget again to subscribe. You can search a topic through the magnifying glass. You type in your topic. You'll find everything you need to know about playing Modern American Canasta. Our topic. Don't make these 7 common classic canasta mistakes. Number 1, when opening. People often want to pick the pack and use that part of their opening meld. You cannot pick the pack and use the top card to open as part of your point count. Aces. Often people want to put down a clean triple of aces, using aces as a clean triple in your opening. When you place aces as part of your opening meld, please include a wild card or 2 with a pair of aces or more. They will become just like any other meld and you won't incur a penalty. If you put down 3 pure aces, they will be required to make them pure the entire game, and if you don't complete them, you'll have a penalty of 2,500 points. Number 3, special hands. Often people want to use the top card of the discard pile to complete their special hand. The rule is you must complete the special hand from cards from the stock pile, not the top card of the discard pile. Number 4, talon. A talon is 4 or 3 cards after you open. 4 cards to the team that opens first and 3 cards to the player who opens second. If you forget to take your talon, you are forfeiting it for the rest of the game. Number 5, threes. Don't forget to replace your 3s when you pick them. If you forget to take a 3 when you pick it, you're going to have to hold the 3 till the end of the game and you will get a penalty. Number 6, holding penalty cards. You should only hold 2 7s and 2 aces. If you hold more than 2 7s and 2 aces, you will incur a penalty of 1,500 points for holding more than 2 7s, and then another 15 if you're holding more than 2 aces. So make sure you hold 2 cards of each, unless your partner shows you by signaling that she's holding 2 of 7s and 2 aces by discarding the 3rd. The discard pile. Be sure to always count 7s and aces in the discard pile, and is it worth picking the pack when you have a pair that matches it? If you receive the pack and you aren't able to get rid of all of the 7s and aces, you will receive a penalty of 1,500 points if they're in your hand. You also need to be mindful, if you're discarding 7s and aces, that you aren't giving your opponents the final 7 or ace to give them the advantage to getting 7s and aces. So be mindful of 7s and aces. I guess the bottom line is always hold 2 7s and 2 aces. I know a lot of you just want to get rid of them, but you must hold them because you want to prevent the other team from getting them. You're in control of them by holding 2 7s and 2 aces. Please be sure to connect with me. Thank you for all your love and support by watching these videos that I post weekly on Monday nights at 6:30. Thank you for subscribing, giving me thumbs up to those videos you enjoy, and for sharing with friends. Tell them all about Canasta Class YouTube channel. Thank you for always engaging by commenting below, and please be sure to add topics that you have interest in or something you would like me to discuss. It means the world to me that you show up each week and give me love and support and help me grow this YouTube channel, Canasta Class, and I continually teach and educate all about Canasta. Thank you. Let's head on over to Real Canasta and play a game. On Real Canasta, we're going to click New Game, Fast, 5 cards, which means you have to have 5 of a rank before adding a wild, and we're going to go invisible mode. Sort your cards by suit. If you had 3s, make sure you put your 3s out. Pick a card for the 3s and pick a card for your turn. Discard a low-ranking card. Don't forget to look for a special hand. We could play a special hand of pairs if we wanted to, although we need pairs of jokers, 2s, and 7s, so that's a lot to ask for. And that would be called Miami pairs, which is not always recognized by teams. Let's see, let's get rid of this king. Perfect, my partner's opening. And I don't have a pair of 10s. I'm going to keep my 6, 8, 9. I'm going to get rid of 1 ace. It's dangerous to do that. As I mentioned, you should always keep 2 aces and 2 7s, but I'm trying to pick the pack. And I'm also trying to prevent my opponents from picking the pack. Two 7s, 2 aces, a 6, and I have 6s. I can take the pack. And by the way, once either team comes out with aces, you no longer have to hold aces in your hand. So this worked out perfect. I'm going to put up my 5s to get a canasta. I'll hold on to my pair of 6s. I think I'm going to put out my 9s and my 8s. Anything I have, and you know what, I'll put out my kings. How many 4s do we have? We could put out our 4s. Actually, I'm going to discard 1 4. I have to have a safe discard, and I'm going to hold on to my 6s and 10s to hopefully pick the pack. Oh, and by the way, 10s are dead, so that's a good discard also. Put out my jack, and we already have 2 canasta, so I'm going to put out my 6s, get rid of my ace. And my opponent wants to go out. I should have laid my wild cards. I am clear of a penalty. I only have 2 aces and 2 7s, so I'm going to say yes. Next round. We're both at 125. Sort by rank. Put out your 3s. Pick a new card. Sort again. Get rid of a single. We're only at 125, so you can keep some of these low cards. I probably won't keep this pair of 6s. My partner got rid of a jack. I'm going to get rid of a jack to match. My opponent put out a 9. I'm going to go ahead and discard a 9. My opponent discarded a 4. I'm going to go ahead and discard a 4. So I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. I don't even have enough. Okay, my opponent discarded a 10. I'll discard a 10. You need a pair of aces would be nice, and another wild card. Okay, let's get rid of the 4. My partner's opening. We do have 8s that we can match with. Gonna get rid of, I'll put out my 8s and get rid of the 4. Hopefully my partner picked an 8 in the talon. No. A queen. Queens are dead. Rid of a 7. We have 2. We don't want to keep more than 2. I'm going to take the pack because we don't have any canastas. This is almost a full deck. I know there might be some penalty cards. Let's see what we got. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aces. Oof. Hopefully we can get some pure canastas out of this, because we're getting a penalty of 1,500 points. Let's get those 8s done. Those kings. Put up our jacks. Actually, no, we'll put up 3 jacks. Queens are dead. 10s are done. Put up our 9s. Can't meld that. That's a dead card. How about some 6s? Finish the 5s and the 4s. And 10s are done. Queens are done. Jacks are discard. 9s are done. 4s are done. So let's close the kings. I'm not going to put out aces and 7s. I'm going to put out the jack. My partner had the 7s. So you have to pay attention. We could have gotten another 2,500 points. Well, instead of getting a large deduction, we only got negative 155. We would have gotten negative, what do we got? 5 and 3, 800 points here, plus all the cards in our hand. So negative 155 was better. Should have put out the 7s though. Got to pay more attention to those 7s. As I said, you need to keep, those are big mistakes that can cost you a game. A 4, we don't need that. We can go for a special hand if we'd like. Let's see the cards we get in the next, oh, we got a pair of 2s. We can do 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, pair. Let's get rid of the jack. So we have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We have plenty of points. We can pick the pack. A queen. Let's take the pack and open. We only need 125 points. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Another 35 points. Let's do this. Oh, no, we can't. We have to separate it and do the 9s. I kept that extra 8 to have a pair. And let's see. They have 6s, and this is my opponent's put out 6s. Doesn't mean the person on my left doesn't have 6s. And keep the 8. Let's put out 4. are 2 canastas, so I'm going to put everything out that I have. My 6s, my 10s. Let's get out of this game before they get a canasta. My jacks, close the 8s, and discard the 4. Oh, they got their canasta. Picked a 7. And I'm going to ask to go out. They only have 1 card. I'm going to put my 10 down and discard the 7. That was a good hand. They never got the value of their 3s. So we're still at 125 each because we're under 3,000. Let's get rid of a 6. In order to go for pairs, we have to have pairs of 7s. When you have wild cards, you have to have pairs of aces and 7s. That's 1 7. My partner opened 10s and 5s. I don't have, I just have a queen. I put the 4 out to fake my opponents that I don't have any more 4s. Take the jacks, got another queen. And 6s, 8s, 9s, nothing. I'll put my 4 out. I can't put a 7 on an empty tray. Take 6s, put out my queen. I'm going to put out the 3 kings and discard the 4. I want to get rid of these 2 7s and then let's put out the 3 8s. Let me get rid of a 7, and then I'll use my wilds next hand. Queens are done. Let's close out the jacks. And I'm going to put out my 4s. Queens are done, 9s, and let's get rid of this 7. You know what, I'm going to add my wild to the 10s in case my partner can go out. That was a good round. We're going to be at 155, and they got walloped because they had 3 aces over here. They got a penalty of 1,500 points. Plus they got negative points for their 3s. Next game. Put out your 3s. On your turn, pick a card. And we're going to get rid of the 6. We really have nothing. We have 50. We have a lot of 4s and 5s. Yikes. Not liking my hand. My partner's getting rid of 6s. Let's get rid of a 5. Go get rid of our 4s. 9s and jacks. Yikes. We have a long way to go. done. Queens are next. And if I had a 9, oh, actually this 7. Okay, my partner's opening. 8s and 10s. 5, and we have them. We'll try it. It's a little dangerous. I think there's a lot of 7s in there, yeah. But we'll give it a go. Got all the 8s. That's a nice hand. Some 10s. Let's put out our kings. On an empty tray, we can't get rid of these 7s yet. Actually, I'll put out my 2 5s. And I'm going to close the 10s. And I'll get rid of a queen. Oh, perfect. Okay, get rid of these 7s. White king here. Oh, final king. Perfect. And I'm going to get rid of the ace. Aces are closed. No pair of kings. Kings are closed. We're going to end the game. So we have 7,000. So we're at 180 over 5,000, and they are at 125. It's a nice hand for us. Oh, 180 with 5s and 6s. Ah, I've been getting these little cards. Put out your 3s. Pick a card for your turn. Here's 1 7. And let's get rid of a 4. Probably this 5 also. 2 7s. Let's see what we have. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 100, 10, 25, only 125. Two 7s. Three 7s. 4 7s. Ugh, 5 7s to my partner. I hope he has a pair. Oh, good, they're opening. Five 7s are in there. Oh, 9s are good. Oh boy, they're gonna have 7s now. Yep. So the computer does not signal. He was throwing 7s out at the beginning of the game. breaks. That's all I have. That's a good catch up for them. They're going to have a nice hand. Wow. I can put out 3 queens. I'm going to put out my 3 sixes and get rid of a king. Kings are dead. That was a very nice hand for them. They got 6,380. Wow. Very nice. And we are at 180 and they're at 180. They're very close to 8,500 points. Okay, let's get rid of these low cards. We have to get to 180. We have only 80 points here. 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. We're only at 120. Wow, look at all those threes. Pairs. And the pair has to come in your hand. I think it's only 1 7. 2 sevens, 3 sevens. You can do a zip code. Get rid of the 7, 4 sevens. We need 1 more to get zip code, a king, a jack, or 10. And that busted it. But we could probably open 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Looks like we have enough to open. Jacks with a wild and 10 more points. Let's put it with the ace and get rid of a 10. Eights, nines, jack. Picked a jack. We can close the jacks. And I don't have much to get rid of. I'll try the 10, I guess. What are they? 6. I don't want to. I'll do a 10. Oh, he put the ace out. That was good. I'll put an ace. He didn't have 10s. I'm going to do another 10. Oh, bummer, we didn't get another card. So we got 1 canasta. They lost 1,900 points because they had all these 3s. They never got a canasta to cover them. This should be the final hand, although I thought that one was going to be, but we'll see. Count my 3, pick a new card for my turn. Too many 7s, that's 1 7. We could do pairs. Wow, look at that, all pairs. We need an ace or a queen. I'm going to get rid of the queen and hopefully we get an ace. 2 sevens, I think. I'm gonna end up throwing the ace. Ooh, queen. My partner must have all the wilds. Come on, queen. Ugh. This is terrible. Might have a 9, but it's my only card. Oh, good. We have some queens. Oh, we're gonna be negative. Ah. Oh boy, look at all the wilds. See, it's 2 jokers. This is crazy how this game keeps going. It's going backwards now. I can't stand all these low cards I keep getting. It's terrible. Oh, it looks like we could have a straight, but we need a jack, queen, king. Alright, here we go. Terrible, all these low cards. Not keeping them. All those 5s. Have to keep the ace. We have to somehow get to 180. So I have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 7, 60. 2 sevens, 100, 10, 20, 30, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, we have it there. Should we go out? Let's put this out and we'll try our next thing. We'll go out next hand. Maybe they'll discard something good. Nope. Alright, let's do it. And let's add it to the aces and get rid of the jack. Oh, the 7s. Maybe there's a bunch of 7s in there. And I can close the 10s. That should do it for us. Should get the kings. for joining me. I'm so glad you could be here and share the fun. And that was a really great game. We won by 8,885 and they had 5735. And we only needed to get 8,500 points. I figured once we got our 2 canastas, that was game. We didn't need too much to win. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. So pop in the comments below what you would have done differently, or if you have a tip that you want to share or a topic that you want me to go over. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Catch you on Monday night, 6:30. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.